Let's have a skeg means to, it's like Yorkshire dialect to look at something.
Is this thing on?
So it sort of had that double meaning to let's have a skeg at that, let's have a look at that, and you're looking at my work. I create different worlds and landscapes, and it's also essentially about sort of style really, because graffiti is based on style, you know, it's like dressing nice. The distinction between the two is graffiti is done illegally, it's that punky hip hop culture, and it's a middle finger to society as we know it, and it's that rebellion and that sticking to its roots. The difference between tagging and street art is definitely quality over quantity. What definitely motivates me or inspires me to paint is, if I travel, I always come back and I want to paint. Like, travelling definitely is up there with inspirations. I don't know what it is, I think it's sort of keeping it moving, sort of riding a wave in a sense, like, because graffiti is so frivolous, the nature of it, it's like, your mind's always looking for the next thing, the next idea, and you kind of like want to keep your work as fresh as you can. You don't want it to go stale or backwards, so you're always wanting to, you know, carry these ideas, these notions on and express them visually. I believe it can boost mental health, it can make people happier in their community. If there's enough balance in there with the symmetry and the different elements and colour and line work, then it's a real satisfaction. And also not just satisfaction for me if I'm progressing, but a satisfaction for other people as well.
I'll come do your arms, I'll come do your shed.
So there's the elements in there, there's balance, style, symmetry, doing something unique that nobody else has done. You feel so much better afterwards when you've done it, like a fire in your belly or something.
My name's Scout Sterling, and I go by Scout's Bad Art.
It's absolutely beautiful.
I think street art is very expressive, and it's just a really, really nice way of being able to share the stuff that you create with anyone and everyone. So the one outside the hospital, that was me, and I think a few of my friends and one of my colleagues' kids who live in the area. I thought it'd be nice when they're going on walks in their neighbourhood if they can see themselves on it. I've always loved doing art, I've always been an artist. I remember painting with my mum when I was really, really little. She's a photographer, so she's pretty good at drawing as well, but she'd never admit it. And I remember seeing her paintings and thinking, I want mine to be like that. That was my aim at the time. If when people saw my art in the street, it just made their day a little bit nicer, made them smile. I think a lot of the work I do is quite uplifting. It's all very childlike, I suppose, so it does appeal to all ages. I'm told a lot that it's very bright and colourful, very cute. When I do these murals out in public, it is really satisfying to finish them. It's a great feeling. When I am creating and do have that drive, it won't stop for a long time.
My name's Nick Blaney. I go under the name Goodnight Vienna. I'm just a practicing artist. I don't know, part of my history was in this area, and I lived there, but I didn't know at the time. And it wasn't until I moved to Withington that I spoke to Nana about it, and she said she used to live on a certain street, and it turns out that was the street I lived on as well. So it was, yeah, it was quite strange, but it was quite nice. It's my granddad of the same grandparents. And when I was younger, we used to watch a lot of boxing. And when someone would get knocked out, he would always say, "Good night, Vienna." And when he did die, I was trying to think of things that reminded me of him, and that's the only thing I could think of was just that time and that phrase. Everyone has their own version of what things should look like. The main thing people say is it brightens up the area. I've been away from here for so long now, and whenever I come back to Manchester, I always feel very at home. A lot of people aren't into like the nuances of art. They just like to see something aesthetically pleasing. And like now, you know, I get to just paint and create artwork. You know, it's a luxury job. I'm not working for someone else, and it's like I'm pursuing my own dream, not someone else's. I just love doing it. It's just when I'm like happiest and calmest. And it's like that's my release from just everyday life.
Right, so I'm Vanessa Scott and I'm an artist. When I got the opportunity to work with Withington Walls, first I was super excited because it's a great project and concept. So my initial thing was hundreds and thousands, you know, like when you shake out and kind of all the colours, all the joy that you get, well, that I get when I shake out hundreds and thousands. I really want people to feel happy, joyful, positive, and yeah, just as you're walking past, it might be a gloomy day, it might not be, you might be way in your world of thought, and then you're like, oh, I want to create a smile, and people's eyes to kind of do this, kind of light up when they see my artwork. When you create a piece of art in the public, you're connecting with the public, you're making a conversation with the public, and then it also creates connection through people who see their work. You know, people might come to me and ask me about the piece, a neighbour might see it and talk about it, so it creates connection, and that's what I love about it. And being able to be out there with people, connect. I'm very community minded, and I do love the public side of public art. Some people find it quite scary and intimidating because it's a lot, you know, speaking to hundreds of people a day whilst you're painting can be overwhelming. But I actually thrive on that, and I really enjoy that part of public art.